Like many of you out there, I grew up around a narcissistic family member who regularly chose to abuse me emotionally and little by little destroy my self esteem. So I can remember as a kid, when I was a young kid, feeling a lot of self love, and then gradually throughout my childhood and early teenage years, that self love was eroded because I believed everything that was told to me about how I wasn't a good person and stuff like that. And then obviously as I grew even older, there'd be little things that happened in life that typically somebody with a healthy self-esteem would be able to deal with, but because I already had a low self-esteem, it made me worse. Um, so I started off my self-esteem as a young kid. It was around here, in my early days. I had a great upbringing, and it wasn't until a particular family member got to me that I started to be abused. So I started here, and then as I started getting abused, my self-esteem sort of ends up somewhere down here. Okay, and as I reach puberty and start becoming interested in girls and whatever else, I find that the only way I can increase my self-esteem is to have some sort of validation from the girls in my life, and therefore I developed this unhealthy sort of habit of needing that validation to try and increase my self-esteem. Quite often it would actually end up even further down because you get dumped, something happens, someone takes your girlfriend away. I don't know, they might say in fact, you might even meet another narcissist in that relationship, and quite often you do, and therefore you end up plunging even lower and needing that validation even more. And it's only recently in my life, in my 30s, that I've realised actually the importance of healing and finding that self love again is greater than any relationship that you could desire. So, what you're trying to do is get your self esteem back up to there, because people with a healthy self esteem, when they have a relationship, they're up there. And what we're not realizing as people with low self esteem is, that feels great when we found that relationship and we're there, but we could be all the way up there if we only put in the time and the effort to gain that self love again. How do you do it? I think for starters, I think you need to remember where you came from. I think you need to understand what broke you in the first place. Relive those younger years and realize and empathize with yourself about how bad it really was. Um, and then seek acceptance of that. Maybe get some counselling. And again, going back to my previous video, I think you need to stop coping, as it were. Cut out those coping mechanisms, because all of those things are doing really is putting the pain on the back burner and covering them up. So I think you actually need to stop coping in order to heal. So that's my little video today. Anyone that has suffered with narcissism, there is a way out. You have to do the healthy things, and you have to heal the hard way. Um, and then in the future you might be up there with the best of us. So enjoy. I will pass out another video in the near future.